Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm running a little behind. That's why I put 10-ish because I have three littles who had football and cheerleading practice, and we leave late. So I knew I had to, once I got home, I had to get them dinner and get them bathed and in the tub. So, which brings me to 10:28. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This will not be long. I'm going to get better at being succinct and effective so more people can catch the replay in total and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna, I know I talk a lot about food now, but that's the season that the Lord has me in. First, I want to welcome everyone. To introduce myself, I'm Dr. Mila Bennett. I am a plastic surgeon based out of just outside of Metro Atlanta in Johns Creek, Georgia. And I am just sharing the things that I am learning about health and wellness in my own life and then sharing it with my patients because the things that affect me affects them because we're all humans. And so some of these things really hits home with um, my job as a plastic surgeon and my patients because, I do surgery and I want the surgeries to heal well. And then sometimes people also need to lose weight before surgery. And the things that I've been learning about food, it really affects all aspects of your life. Um, all aspects. Like, I mean, I don't want to get all off topic, but literally, like the stuff you eat can affect your interactions and relationships with people and everything. My son is 9. And as I've been learning, one of my sons is 9. And as I've been learning things, I've obviously been adjusting their diet as well. And I've not been really allowing them to have so many processed snacks because I realized the. So we were at a pool party on Sunday, and at the end, they gave the kids those cookies. Well, it wasn't at the end, it was toward the end. They gave them those cookies, like those sugary looking cookies, the light yellow cookies with the white frosting and the sprinkles on it. And I don't let them eat those anymore. And so when they offered him, he brought one over and was like, "Mommy, can I eat this?" And I was like, "Go ahead," since we were at the party. I was like, "You can have one." So he ate that one cookie, and within like 5 minutes, like, he was like a different person. It wasn't just that he was bouncing off the walls, but he was like aggressive, and he was loud and a little bit obnoxious. And that's not even his normal personality, not even close. This kid is more laid back, and he doesn't talk as much. He has fun, he plays and everything, but he's not really like the loud life of the party one. And that's how he was acting just from eating the cookie. So like if a cookie can make you obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? It made him be like a different person than he really was. When I first did my raw fruit and vegetable detox a few months ago, I noticed that I was less irritable. Less stuff was getting on my nerves. I thought people was just crazy. But I realized when I was eating a really clean diet, I was a lot more patient and tolerant of people, and they were less annoying to me. So this can affect the way you interact with people if everybody is getting on your nerves, and if your food is making people get on your nerves, then maybe you could just adjust your diet. But I would have never known that had I not done the detox. So I'm saying all this to say what we eat is really important for more than just surgery, but we're going to talk about the surgical implications of certain foods here. First, I want to start off by saying, regardless of what you do, whether you're having surgery or no surgery, one thing that we all need to purpose to do is reduce the amount of processed foods in our diet. The first thing that has to happen in order to even do that is for us to even recognize what processed food is. If I go and grab a pack of ramen noodles and say, "Is this processed?" everybody will say yes. If I go get like this apple juice I have here, it says 100% apple juice, but that's still processed. That's still processed. They had to get it out of the apple, do whatever they do to it, preserve it some kind of way, put it in that plastic bottle it's in, all in the factory. It went through processing. It went through a process. And we think, oh, that's okay, but not really, because first of all, you really can't trust people. And so you don't know what else they put in there, but they preserved it with something. And it's probably something that you never heard of, or maybe not. Um, but even the container that it's sitting in, it has BPAs probably leaking into the apple juice. So it's not so much the juice that's the issue, it's the other stuff that's holding the juice, that they did to preserve the juice, and whatever they did that they didn't tell you about in the juice. That is an issue. Like some of the things, just even in the containers, have byproducts in it or products in it that actually blocks your endocrine system and makes your endocrine system not work the way it normally does, and causes you to end up with more fatty deposits in the midsection around your organs, which will lead to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, all that kind of stuff. So you may not have even eaten a lot, but because it came out of a plastic container or a can, or just what they're containing it in, it now is bad, makes it bad for you. You see what I'm saying? So the key is, the more things that you eat that have not been processed, and basically whole foods, like not allowing people to make it for you or prep it for you, it makes it healthier. So the first thing that I have been learning about is what's processed and what's not. And I'm gradually removing processed things from my diet and my children's diet. As it relates to surgery, you want to definitely be eating whole foods. You want to be eating protein rich foods, because after surgery, you need to heal wounds, surgical incision sites and wounds. We need to heal those things after surgery. So leading up to surgery, you want to make sure you're eating a diet that is rich in protein, because you want to make sure that your protein stores are in the normal range inside of your body, so that as soon as the cut is made, your body can go into repair mode and heal things. If you start out surgery at a deficit, then that's a problem. It sets you up for complications. So a normal human normally is not at a protein deficit, unless there are some other things going on with their body, but those types of things will come up in the pre-op assessment. But in general, what you can do to help make things better is to eat a protein-rich diet. Now, if you're going to be eating a protein-rich diet, you want to make sure you're getting enough water, and you don't want to be consuming too much caffeine. You can have caffeine, it's not bad. But you don't want to consume. If you're doing a whole bunch of caffeine and a whole bunch of protein and that type of thing, you can end up with a higher risk for things like kidney stones. So you want to make sure you're flushing your kidneys effectively if you're going to be increasing or having a higher protein content in your food. So drink plenty of water, which we want to be doing that anyway, right? So prior to surgery, you want a protein-rich diet. So that's lean meats and seafood. But if you don't eat meat, then you want to make sure you're getting your nuts and other things that will give you protein. Dairy gives you protein, but some people don't tolerate dairy well as you get older. But if you can tolerate dairy, then yogurt and cheeses. If you just don't eat meat, but you can eat eggs, then that's another great source of protein, is eggs. So you just want to make sure you're getting good servings of protein daily prior to surgery and after surgery. Vitamins. So vitamins are necessary for wound healing also. They're very necessary. You want to make sure you're getting vitamin C, which we all know where we can get some vitamin C from. The citrus fruits, most of the fruits have vitamin C in them. You want to get vitamin C in your system. You want zinc. Zinc is going to be found in, I know it's in meat, but then also it's in legumes like the beans and whole grains have it. So you want to make sure you're getting zinc. And I prefer, you could, of course, you can go and take a vitamin that has all this stuff in it. But I prefer for people to actually eat the food that has this stuff in it. It's better for you because a vitamin, guess what? Is processed. So a vitamin is better than nothing. But if you could just eat a balanced diet, that is better. It's better. The less processed your diet is, the better. The less processed your diet is, the better. So if you can eat it in foods, that's better. A person with a balanced diet doesn't need to take a vitamin, a multivitamin. Okay? So, of course, you can get a vitamin, but then, people will be looking for all of these supplements and they'll be taking, literally, folks will have a counter full of supplements. Do you help guys with weight loss? I help anybody with weight loss who is looking to lose weight in a natural way. People will have a counter full of supplements that they're taking. I'm like, you can't think that that's okay, but they do it and they feel better about doing that than taking a pill. But it's processed still. You don't know what else they put in there, the capsule that's holding the stuff. Like, it's just so many things that goes with turning something from a vegetable or a plant into a pill. It's so much processing, so I try to find the foods that have what I need in it and create recipes and make a diet that's balanced with the things that I need in it than to buy a bunch of supplements, because supplements are still processed. Okay, so you need vitamin C, zinc, vitamin A. You need collagen. Collagen is found in meat sources. That's one thing that you can't get from a plant. Plants don't have collagen. Plants, they don't have collagen. So, but collagen is like the number one protein in our body. And so that's how we heal. That's what makes an incision heal over and turn it into a scar. Now, if you are one who makes keloids, then I wouldn't go going crazy on collagen supplementation, because basically you're feeding the keloid. It's like throwing gas on the fire. So if you are prone to keloids, then I would not go crazy with collagen supplementation. B12 helps you heal wounds, heal surgical sites. So B12 is another one. You can get a lot of things are fortified with B12 in our diets. But if you're just trying to, like, processed foods have B12 put in it. But B12 naturally occurs in meat sources. So you can get B12 from milk, from meat, from eggs, basically from dairy and meat is where it naturally comes from. And then there's other foods that are fortified with it, which means they're processed. So right now I'm just in a season of removing processed foods gradually from my diet until I removed all of them, which will probably take me a little bit of time. But the bulk of what I eat now is not processed. After surgery, you just want the stuff that God created to fuel your body and make sure you're hitting it, your diet is balanced. Yes, bromelain. I was going to get to that one next. Bless God, is LC. You want to make sure your diet is balanced, and you won't need to take all these different supplements. So we can talk about bromelain now, since she just mentioned it. So bromelain is really great for reducing inflammation and swelling. It also helps with pain. And so a lot of people will get bromelain supplements and also turmeric supplements. It has a similar profile as far as that, like the anti-inflammatory, and helps with pain. And people will get the supplement. But for bromelain, you can just eat pineapples. So yes, you can get a bromelain supplement, but we just talked about that. Pineapples is a very great source of bromelain. So if you eat fresh pineapples, I got a pineapple sitting over there on my counter right now that I need to cut into. Pineapples, you can juice the pineapples. You can just eat the pineapple straight. That's going to give you bromelain. So my surgery patients, I mean, we literally have pineapple juice in my office. I recommend eating pineapples or juicing pineapples. Iron is another one. So prior to surgery, we check your hemoglobin or hematocrit, which is your blood count. And if your blood count is low, one of the things we do to help get it up is supplement with iron. If you're diabetic, okay, let me stay focused. I'll come back to that question. One of the things we'll do is have people take iron to get their hemoglobin up. But you could just eat foods that are high, rich in iron. Leafy greens, meat, eggs. Those are all good sources of iron. So this is stuff that you should just have in your diet anyway. Like leafy greens, you want to eat some leafy greens every day. You know? So the thing is, a lot of these things are like a lot of these vitamins and minerals that we need for surgery to heal a surgery effectively are naturally in the foods that we should be eating anyway. Collagen is found in meats, and then there's collagen supplements. That one. If you don't eat meat, you're gonna have a hard time with that one. But I know people who are vegetarian, but they'll just still take a collagen supplement. So she was asking about pineapples and diabetics. So diabetics, that's a little more complicated. Fruits and vegetables tend to be a more stable release of sugar into your bloodstream, so it doesn't cause spikes. I definitely wouldn't be getting the super sweet pineapples, but this is something that you can talk with your doctor if they've agreed to do surgery on you while you're diabetic. Talk to them about the best way to get these different things in, because anything that you need, you can take in the form of food as long as you're eating a balanced diet, and it should heal you. If your diet is balanced and you're eating from the earth and eating animals that have not been tampered with by way of the stuff that they're feeding them or injecting it into them, like, the more natural the food source, the less likely it is to cause disease. Part of the reason why so many people have diabetes is because of the processed foods, the refined sugars, all of these things that was processed makes us sick. And also it makes us inflamed. So you want to work with your doctor to figure out the best way to support you if you're a diabetic getting surgery. I'm not functioning as anybody's doctor here because I don't know you all. I'm just giving general information about ways to eat before and after surgery to support healthy recovery and wound healing. And basically, the moral of the story is that you need to eat a balanced diet of whole foods, minimal processed foods, drink plenty of water, fruits and vegetables in your diet, fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet, because a lot of times we'll go to cooking the vegetables and now it's no longer healthy. And also the benefits that we're looking for, we've messed up the proteins and byproducts, or not byproducts, the proteins and the constituents of that fruit or vegetable. When we cook it, we kill all that stuff and it's no longer even useful for the things we need it for. It's been a really interesting journey as I've been learning more about food and how it kills us. That's basically what I figured out. And when you first start out, and I've seen a lot of people fall into this trap of thinking, oh, when I did this raw fruits and vegetables, or when I did fruits and vegetables, I felt so much better. And then they'll abandon meat. And that really wasn't what happened. It was the lack of processed food. The thing that's really special about the raw fruit and vegetable detox is that it forces you to not eat processed food. But people are really paying attention to the fact that they're just not eating meat. And they're not thinking about the fact that what they're not eating is processed food anymore. If you do a raw fruit and vegetable stretch, you're not eating any processed food to do that. Like is raw. You're not processing it, and neither is nobody's factory. So is processed versus processed food versus non-processed food, processed food versus whole food. That's really the secret sauce. That's what you want to get focused to the best of your ability. If you can buy the food, do that as opposed to buying a pill with the main ingredient in it. Arnica. This is something that you can't, it's not in regular stuff. Arnica is an herb. It's a plant. So I'm not sure. You probably could turn it into a tea if you got your hands on the plant, but that's one where right now the best thing I could tell somebody is to get an arnica supplement. That really helps with swelling and bruising. Arnica, I love arnica. And that's something you will want to start taking before surgery. You know, I'll have my patients, especially if they're prone to bruising, I will, have them start taking it a few weeks before surgery. It heals up bruising. It makes bruising resolve so much faster. Arnica is really, really, I really love Arnica. It's called Arnica, Arnica, Arnica montana. So I love that pre and post surgery. Then there's immune modulating herbs. So these are going to be good for helping you to not be overinflamed during the healing process. And so the things that fall into the immune modulating herbs category is turmeric, ginger, green tea. These things all help stabilize your immune system and make it be more effective and not overdoing it or underdoing it. It helps kind of stabilize your immune system. So these are really good. Turmeric, ginger, green tea are really good supplements or things to have in your diet during surgery or after surgery. So one thing that you need to avoid, well, there's a few things. Now, the turmeric and ginger, that's good. That's okay to take or have in your diet before surgery, but you want to avoid a fair number of the herbal supplements will cause you to bleed more. So a lot of times if I have a patient that are taking a bunch of supplements, I'll have them stop them all 7 days before, because it can a lot of them will make you bleed more. So the other thing that will make you bleed more is alcohol. So I don't like people to be drinking, like 2 or 3 days before surgery. I'll have them, be like, I'll tell them don't drink any alcohol prior to that. And then post-op, you don't want to be taking alcohol if you're taking pain medication. You don't want to mix those things. Alcohol mixes with things and can affect how they are metabolized and hurt you. And so for that reason, I discourage my patients from consuming alcohol after surgery until they're at the very minimum, until they're done with their pain medication. And also alcohol increases your risk for bleeding, but it also increases your risk for infection and wound problems. So you just kind of don't want to do the alcohol thing for, I tell people at least 3-4 weeks after surgery, you want to not really be going crazy with alcohol, because it can definitely affect your post-op process and increase swelling, which we're trying to get rid of swelling. So smoking, but that's not food. We're talking about food here. But these are some of the things that people do kind of regularly that could be a problem. And then you want to start, whenever you hear about a new supplement, just look up what fruits or what foods contain blah, 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 whatever that is. Instead of just going and buying all these supplements, see if you can get it whole food to consume it that way. That's better. I am a severe anemic. I need to have an iron infusion per my doctor's recommendation. Would you recommend an iron infusion for one of your patients? No, I've never had anybody get an iron infusion before surgery. Um, and if people were anemic, I might have them get blood, but iron indirectly helps increase your hemoglobin level because iron is a major constituent, is a major component of a red blood cell. So the hemoglobin part of the red blood cell. So it's not actually, the iron itself is not making you not anemic. It's making more hemoglobin that makes you no longer be anemic. So if I was trying to get somebody prepped for surgery, I probably would just not do it if they were that bad. But if for some reason I did it, then I may have them transfused. But yeah. What are your thoughts on people taking Ozempic congestion for weight loss? I don't endorse that. It's too new. I've already heard about some negative effects of it. It's too new. When things is new, you want to wait and stand back and see what happens to the other people who jumped and did it first. The other thing is, just for the same reasons I'm saying, instead of buying the supplement, eat the food. That's kind of in the same vein. That's like something manufactured that we're putting in our bodies. And then if we're going to keep eating crazy food, we're not really making ourselves healthier, if you get what I'm saying. So that's like, I don't encourage that at this point. Right now, that's not something that I encourage people to do. I think it's way too new. Water has chemicals in there too. You're exactly right. Everything is messed with. That's exactly right. You're right. But we still have to drink water. Just like the fruits and vegetables are messed with, just like the meat is, like everything. That's what kept me safe during COVID. I'm not sure what you're referring to because I probably said it a while ago because I'm kind of late on the comments. Hey, Actor Pam, you can geothermal science is still too new and unknown. I don't understand what you're saying, blooming butterfly. I'm sorry, YouTube, and let me check the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have had that up. Social comments display. Okay, hey, Dr. Ma, that's what I ate after surgery. Okay, sorry, y'all. I hadn't even been looking at the comments on Facebook and YouTube. The science is still too new and unknown. Yes, the science is still too new and unknown. And here's the thing: that shot is a shortcut. And basically, the way they've set us up and got us all entangled in all this processed food stuff is with shortcuts. We're lazy. And that's how I ended up gaining all of this weight that I gained that I'm finally starting to get off. That's how I was like, why is my belly so big? Like, it wasn't making sense. And I kept having all these different health issues and heart issues and all kind of stuff, blood pressure through the roof. And when I stopped eating all that processed food, like, I don't even have to take all of that medicine no more. I don't take blood pressure medicine. I took the max dose of one blood pressure medicine, and then I was taking a second one and acid reflux medicine. And ever since I've been eating clean, I don't need it. I've been off for about a month now. Like, literally, it was just what I was eating. My belly is going down. I was like, why is my belly had a mind of its own, and I don't even eat that much. But I definitely would eat processed food because I was always running late, rushing, and didn't have time. So most people eat a lot. I was just talking to a patient today, and I'm like, she had gotten lipo before, and I could tell that her belly was muscular, but it was still sticking out. And I'm like, this is visceral fat. This is visceral fat. She was like, I know. All of a sudden, my belly just started like sticking out. And she works out all the time. And I'm like, do you eat a lot of processed food? And she was like, no. And then when we started actually discussing her diet, she eats tons of processed food. She didn't realize it was processed because you don't think about certain things as being processed, but they are. So that is my spiel on eating healthier before and after surgery. What are your thoughts on weight loss smoothie? Like that you make yourself at home or like something you buy that's a weight loss smoothie? If you're making it yourself at home, I love it. There are fruits and vegetables that help you lose weight, lower blood sugar, lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol. Yeah, canned goods is bad news bears. Blooming butterfly, you're right. She said especially canned goods. Canned goods are no good. Yeah, homemade smoothies are good. So these two vegetables here, I guess they're both technically considered fruits. This one and this one. This is called a bitter gourd, or it's also called a bitter melon. And this one is called a chayote squash. And these both lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure, lower blood sugar. And this one also has anti-aging properties. Thinking about it, all these other processed fruits and vegetables are processed too. Like if you're not getting it, and even when they put stuff in there, they do stuff to the seeds to make it so that they do. I mean, they mess with everything, but you're not going to be able to control for all of that. But you can do the best you can by starting off just eating whole fruits and vegetables instead of letting them chop this up for you and put it in the can or putting it in the bag in the freezer section. Once they start doing anything to manipulate it in any way, you are in the realm of processed and you don't know what they actually did. So, right, and pesticides. So, for the people, because people were asking, for the people who are interested in weight loss, I'm literally doing a weight loss challenge now. We're on tomorrow will be the third day. Today was the second day. No, I don't cook these. I juice these or put them in a smoothie. So I put this one in the smoothie this morning, and I will juice this one from now on. The gourd is cool in the smoothie, but something about this one, it made it like it was a few fibers. It's like a fine fibrous structure in here. And so when I was taking my smoothie, sometimes it felt like it was hair, and it was not. It was like little fibrous things that's inside of this fruit. So I will strain this one for now on. Thoughts on seeded versus seedless fruit? Seeded is better, clearly, because seedless is not natural. But sometimes that's all we can get because they really have done a lot to our food supply. So eating a seedless piece of fruit whole and not, messed with is better than eating something from a can or out the freezer section. But if you have a choice, then I would choose the one with seeds in it. But if it having seeds, if it being seedless is going to keep you from getting the fruit, then get the fruit. Okay? Don't let seeds stop you from eating more fruits and vegetables. However, if you have a choice, most certainly choose the one with seeds in it. And the other thing I recommend is with every meal, have something fresh on the plate. Have something fresh on the plate. Like, don't have a whole meal and everything was cooked and processed. Have something fresh on the plate. Is it true that watermelon helps you lose weight? Watermelon I put watermelon in almost all of my smoothies now. It helps you. It's a diuretic. It's got antioxidants and it's full of water. It's got vitamins. It's a really good fruit. I had a tummy tuck and stay bloated and with gas, so I definitely need better food choices. Yes. You would do well in my detox. I mean, my wellness challenge. It's not the first 10 days we're detoxing, and then after that, we're adding in lean meats and grains and stuff like that after the first 10 days. But you should join us because it's a total body transformation. It's like, and when I say total body, I mean your mind, your physical body. Components of the program touches on all the aspects of the human. And it's just teaching us about food and teaching us about the foods that we need to incorporate in our diets based on our health history and family history. So, we're rolling. Tomorrow's day 3 of 28. It's going well so far. So anybody who's interested in losing weight, and even if you don't want to lose weight, you don't have to lose weight. But that program is great for just getting healthier. I'm just really passionate about this topic now. Like I can't even, this one helps with your skin too. I'm just really passionate about this topic right now. And I'm like, the Lord put everything we need on this earth in its natural form to heal us and keep us strong. There's nothing that you're ailing with that can't be healed by the things that go straight up out this earth. Remember that. There is nothing that you're dealing with from a physical standpoint that can't be healed by changing your diet and supplementing with herbs that are pointed toward the concern you have. Nothing. There's nothing that God can't heal with his earth. Before 200 years ago, people still lived and survived ailments, cancers, all of that stuff. And they did it with the earth. We became a science project sometime, the last century. But just remember that. And a lot of times the reason why we're sick is because of what we're consuming. Yes, onions have benefits. Yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off because it's 11:05. If you are interested in consultation for surgery, you can reach out to me via my website. My consultation page is www.drmylapowell.com. Or you can call my office after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 678-325-0006. And if you're interested in joining the Wellness Challenge for the next 26 days of it, the group will stay alive even after it's over, and the contents that are in there will still be there as a resource indefinitely to the people who join us. But with that, you get a one-on-one assessment with me after you fill out the survey that I created to get an idea of the things going on around you, and from a health standpoint, what's going on with you. And then I'll help you customize your diet to make sure your diet is addressing the things that affect you and your family. And then we have a walking regimen. We do 5K steps a day, listening to the Bible, and I let everyone know in the morning what chapter in the Bible I want them to focus on when we walk. A daily meditation is I provide for everybody, and then we share recipes so that we can learn about healthier food and learn about different fruits and vegetables that are not really common to us here in the United States, available, but just not stuff that you're going to see in Kroger or Publix. And so we're sharing these things so that we can know how to heal ourselves and our families with food. So, all right. So to join that, the site is www.drmylawellness.com. And I will include those links in the comments. For Instagram, you guys can just click the link in my bio and get there. Yes, the link is in my bio, Twish. If you join tonight, then you'll be raring to go in the morning with us for the next day. Because I usually send the walking assignment out at about 6 in the morning. So, all right. So I'm gonna put the link is in my bio, Twish. Just click the link in my bio, and it'll have you'll see the thing about the weight loss challenge. Also, if somebody wants a consultation, click the link in my bio and go to it's a whole list of links you can click on, and you can just pick the one for consult or whatever. Okay. All right. I love y'all. I'll check y'all later. Bye.